reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast. I'm your host, Justin.
I'm your other host, Quincy.
It's still hot. We still have one more month of this.
It's terrible. It's just going to stay nasty.
Yeah, we still have one more month of this shit. Let me get rid of all these extra little string. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, we're just going to move you two down here. There you go. How are you doing today, Q?
I'm striving.
Yeah,
I had to be out in the heat earlier. But I can't complain too much. I spent the weekend at Warp Tour, so it's been pretty good.
How'd you enjoy that?
It's pretty good. Very hot. They definitely need to work on their shade for future Warp Tours, but they did move next year's a month early, so that'll hopefully help.
Mm-hmm. Beginning of June or middle of June? Because middle of June is when it just says we don't care, we're hot anyways.
I don't remember. I think it's like beginning to middle, somewhere there. But
Okay.
I mean, that's the thing, is it's currently in the middle of July, so I mean, you know.
But Warped Tour also had a bit of an elbowing community with San Diego Comic-Con being the same freaking weekend.
Yeah, why would you put those two things the same weekend? Come on, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Would you have gone to San Diego Comic-Con this year?
I wasn't really in the financial position to get Comic-Con tickets, plus that's a whole process of buying them early, waiting in lines, doing all kinds of virtual lines, stuff like that. So no.
Okay.
But it is something I look forward to eventually doing versus Warp Tour. You just
You
buy the tickets, and if you buy them early, then you get the special pre-sale prices. You know, like that's So like my girlfriend bought them last year on the pre-sale price.
Oh, that's great. Hopefully one day you and I will have press passes for San Diego Comic-Con.
That would be sick.
That would be very sick. If any of you are out there that has that kind of push and pull, help us out, you know. Drinking anything special, Q?
Oh, I just have the store brand coffee I've been drinking, and then water.
Water is very
got myself.
Yeah.
I got my Brita bottle with its built-in filter.
I had a little bit of chlorine water today, and it kills me every time I swim. I just have a little bit of chlorine water, and I'm dead for the rest of the day.
But you understand you're not supposed to drink it, right?
I'm swimming, and when I'm swimming, I like to breathe, and just that little bit of water, just that little teensy bit of water goes into the mouth, and there's nothing I can do.
Because every time we talk after you go swimming, you're like, "Yeah, I drank a bunch of chlorine water."
Well, the first time, okay, that was because I haven't swam in a while, but that was the first time I did it 4 weeks ago.
You're like, I drank so much chlorine water. It's like, how much is so much? More than a gulp? Jesus.
Yeah, I had about maybe a half gallon because I was throwing up chlorine water.
Gross.
Yeah,
gross.
I was not well, but I've been getting better. But it's just chlorine and my lips. As soon as it touches the lips, it doesn't even need to touch the tongue. It touches the lips, and I can just taste the badness. But as for me, I'm drinking a good old Fresca and a bunch of clean water to help isolate the bad chlorine. Let me just crack open that. There we go. Lots to talk about today. Lots and lots.
Oh, I did manage, real quick. I did manage to escape Warp Tour 2 days of it without a sunburn.
Hey, that's actually good. Did you like sunscreen, or did you just?
Yeah, no. I started my day with the sunscreen. Well, so I did the spray on. I wore shorts and a tank top, but with a Hawaiian shirt over the tank top, not buttoned up, and then a hat and sunglasses. Okay. But I was careful to make sure, because you couldn't bring the aerosol spray sunscreen in. You could only bring in like the lotion style. Oh, okay. So I made sure to bring that in and reapply multiple times.
Good. The heat makes you just want to wear it just to wear it, because I hate to admit this, but I think I'm like starting to thin my hair a little bit, so the top of my head kind of gets a little scorched from time to time. I might need to invest in a regular hat again. But I hate to say it, I'm not balding. It's just thinning.
Buy some Rogaine, you'll be fine.
I don't want Rogaine. If I'm going bald, I'm going full bald. I'm not gonna have that freaking friar look, you know.
You can pull off a George Costanza. You'd be fine.
Jerry. Badu. Just going to quickly brisk through 3 Humble Bundles, one of which I don't think Quincy and I will purchase, which is the rage-inducing difficult games.
Yeah, that doesn't interest me.
But one game does interest me on this, just because it is a very fun Metroidvania called Grime. And the map is unbelievably large. The number of bosses in that game is astronomically high, almost triple digits. But the game is hard. The game is difficult. Lauren's Lure I saw is like an interesting little climbing one that is almost reminiscent of another game on here. Eternia Darkness Mega Pack. I did a little bit of scoping. It's a 2D Metroidvania that looks a little bit easier than Grime, but very fun. Jump King. Miss one jump, you're back damn near at the beginning of the game. No. Egging On, a game where you play as an egg, trying to survive a climb to the skies. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I feel like most of these are gonna be a no for me.
One that I think is fine, just because it's just a little bit of quick pace. I wouldn't really call it rage-inducing. I beat the first one, Ghost Runner. I wouldn't say it made me angry. I will say it did provide a challenge, but I wouldn't say it made me angry. The other game that I'm going to mention, Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. Yeah, no, this one has caused at least 3 people on YouTube to lose their voice from how angry they have gotten at this game. And then you have people who have stuck with this game so long that they can beat it in under 2 minutes. And that just makes me go, how do you get good at such a, I don't even want to call it difficult game, because it's just the game itself. But anyways. And then Pogo Stuck, Rage with Your Friends, where you can bump into your friends.
And deal with any of that.
Yeah, no. And also, there's online lobbies that can kind of fuck around with you as well, which, no, if there's games like that, that's not a fun time. Splody, Splodey, where you don't jump, you splode, and you basically do precise blasts to go around a very tall castle and obstacle courses. It seemed like a nice little pixel game. And Never Give Up, a almost what is that one? Hunger Games meets Squid Games, kind of like a little bit of both, because in one you're trying to survive on your own while everyone else is kind of trying to beat you up, but at the same time there are challenges that are very much Squid Game, so it's a little of both kind of mixed in. And all of these are available for $13 for all 10 of these items. Not terrible. But I think the only one that's truly worth it is probably Ghost Runner and Grime. Everything else looks like it would just piss me off to the point of no end. However, the charity that it helps out is the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Each year, more than 1.6 million Americans are diagnosed with cancer, and more than 500,000 will die from the disease. However, research shows that up to 60% of cancer cases and more than 50% of cancer deaths are preventable. With the knowledge that we have today, the foundation has spent the last 3 decades working for reducing the cancer mortality rate, raising awareness of all preventable cancers across all populations, making prevention knowledge and early detection services more accessible, and collaborating with partners to maximize the effectiveness and reach of the prevention and early detection programs and message.
Very nice.
Get yourself checked out. Anything at all, any problems at all, go get it checked out. Second bundle on the list is yet another return to the TMNT Return to New York ID bundle. This one actually features a lot more than the last one we talked about, because the last one was more Last Ronin. This one is more Saturday Morning Adventures and a lot of their individual things, such as the IDW source book for the tabletop game, which I was like, okay, hey, that's actually a very uncommon thing mixed in with all of the comics. This cover that has a very nice looking Krang, I do recall the collections had pretty nice covers on them. And then all the way down, you got some very interesting Eastman original comics. Um, Floating all the way down, you have Last Ronin still. They are still available on this bundle. This bundle is way larger than the last. So if you're having to be a huge TMNT fan and want to get a lot more TMNT content, including the huge omnibuses that it is available with, $25 get you all 48 of these items.
That's pretty good.
That is a pretty dang good deal. I've read a couple of the Saturday morning adventures, including one of the free comic book day ones I believe we had. I liked them. I really liked them. I wish I could kept going with them. I think I have maybe 2 comics that I got out of like a random bundle thing. But this one helps out Make a Wish. Make a Wish creates life changing wishes for children with critical illnesses. We seek to bring every eligible child's wish to life because a wish is an integral part of a child's treatment journey. Uh, Here we go. Make a Wish has granted more than 458,000 wishes to children, more than 30,000 last year alone. For more information about Make a Wish International, visit worldwish.org and visit the Make a Wish America at wish.org.
Very nice.
Last one. Quincy, are you a big fan of Disney World?
I have been twice in my life. Once as a 3 times. Twice as a very, very small child. We're talking under the age of 5. And once last year as a 32-year-old adult. And I enjoy it. I think I'm more of a Disneyland guy.
Okay, I've only been to Disneyland, but you concur. Now, who would you say your favorite Disney character is?
I don't know. Are we talking any Disney character,
We'll
or are
say
we talking the Fab Five?
we'll talk the Fab Five plus all of their family members.
Goofy.
Goofy? Okay. Well, this bundle here, the Disney Masters Collection and Originals, with their 50th Fantagraphics anniversary. And there is a lot here. There's some interesting ones too. So you can get the Epic Mickey comic collection, which features everybody in the Epic Mickey universe. I still have to go through the game, but it is interesting to see that they did a comic book run with it. The Saturday Morning Adventures featuring Doug, Pepper Ann, Recess. I believe it also has Winnie the Pooh and Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. This is where things start getting a little odd, but in a good way. Scrooge McDuck, the Dragon of Glasgow. It's centralized to him. This is back in his youth before he gets older and more crotchety, I guess is the term. Here's where it gets even weirder. Uncle Scrooge and Donald Duck in Les Miserables and War and Peace. And
Okay.
I was like, I never knew they did a comic book run of both of those, but
That's fun.
yeah. Then scrolling over, you got 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, which, Donald Duck definitely suits a lot of the naval comics. But all of these comics have these just really nice covers with very unique artists that either are the original artists that have done them since the beginning or newer ones that have their own style, just really bring out the character. Further down, you have Duck Avenger, which I didn't even know Donald Duck had a hero persona.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, and then further down, you have For Whom the Bell Tolls. And I'm like, okay, we're getting completely off track with like some nice little adventures, some fun things, and then For Whom the Doorbell Tolls. But
this feels like some serious deep diving of like lost things in their records. We haven't done anything with these in a while. We probably make a couple bucks.
Yeah, digitize them and get some money for charity, which is fine. This thing's got 21 or almost 21 days left of this bundle. But further down, you've got The Man from Alcatraz. This one's one of the old classics. I think I remember seeing this one in animated form. The Pirates of Tabasco Bay, the Sunken City. Like, there is a lot of content here if you happen to be even halfway of a Disney fan. There is big bundles such as Comics Around the World in 100 Years, where it is showcasing the 100 years of even the original comic little strips that they've had. Going even further beyond just all of they put a lot of Uncle Scrooge on here, which I'm not mad at. I just hmm, I didn't know he was such a prevalent character.
It really blew up with DuckTales.
Ooh. That is correct, and I'm excited to see where DuckTales still goes because apparently they're working on season 3 of the new show, and I'm like, yay!
Well, that's good.
But all 48 of these items for $25, and it helps out. First Book. This one I think is new to us. First Book is a nonprofit social enterprise that provides new books and educational resources to programs and schools serving children in need. Over 30 million American kids live in poverty. First Book wants to see every single one of them read, learn, and succeed. More than 120,000 educators and program leaders have joined First Book to access outstanding educational resources for free or deeply reduced prices. Together, we can reach every child, every classroom, and every community. Learn more about how you can support kids in need over at firstbook.org.
Nice.
Yep. But now it's time to get into the things I've been playing. So I had mumbled last week that I was going to play Tokon Fighting Souls, and I picked up the sticks, and boy, do I suck at fighting games again. Ugh. I did have fun, though. I had a lot of fun. But I think I'm going to let this pass me by. I do love that they are going to be adding a lot of content over the next 2 and some change years. All of the reimaginings that they have had for the characters definitely shine through. Peter definitely is very quippy. I am very happy that they've added in a lot of his quips. Doom is definitely very deadpan, very straight line. Just everyone has good, unique capabilities. And gameplay is an ABCD fighter that is it's very Arxis. But there's something else I've been playing. Oh, well, I guess I'll talk about this first. During the first day of the Tokon open beta, PlayStation shit all over itself to the point where it shut down everything from
As they are known to do.
as they are known to do. However, this was not caused by Tokon. This was caused by another service bumping heads with the new PlayStation server provider. Apparently, PlayStation hasn't been paying their rent or something of that line. Either that or they're not negotiating anything with them. And that's why they were closed down for roughly about 7 hours on the first day of the beta. And then you skip over to Xbox's side, and they were down for a little bit too. So, hard to say whether this was an outside source, but hell, with Xbox, they at least fixed it in 2 hours compared to PlayStation's 7 hours.
That's weird.
That is very weird. And apparently, some people couldn't hop on their Switch Online account, so I guess everything was starting to get affected at around that time. But I've also been playing a lot, and I mean a nose-pinchingly amount of Palworld. I played it back when it was still very early access, back in 2024, like October of 2024, I think. And it was fine. It was like, okay, I get the meme. I understand the meme. It's a little craft builder. It's a little Ark feeling. I was like, okay, this is interesting. And then when I learned that you can chop up your pals, I'm like, I don't know. It's starting to get a little weird. You can catch the other humans. I'm like, okay, this is now kind of getting a little weird. Oh, you can have them do slave labor. All right. And so I kind of skirted Palworld for a very long time.
I played it when it first came out because it was like such a big deal that everyone was talking about it, and I just didn't go anywhere else with it.
But Palworld hit 1.0 very recently, and with that 1.0, they went from on Steam, mind you, they went from around 50K around 50K, average players, to roughly almost 10 times that. And ever since they dropped that, it has pretty much stayed there during their high days. Like, they have yet to drop during their highs under 500K. I'm like, you guys, 1.0 really added a lot of features. And I said, okay, I'll hop back into it. Lo and behold, I went from around 25 hours, we'll say, to around 86 hours.
That's pretty intense.
I'm having a little bit of too much fun with it, but there is the moral, collar pull, but at the same time, it's
What moral collar pull?
I mean, like catching humans and having them work on your base to
Not
build weaponry to use against
yeah. Now
other people.
that's a little weird. That's a little weird.
Or have them
Yeah,
do mining.
that's a little weird.
But
Question is it a commentary on anything? That's what I wonder. I don't know. I haven't played the game since like the first week it was out.
Maybe a commentary, but at the same time, I have pals working on my area, and I treat them very well. I feed them very well. I keep their sanity very high. I give them Japanese style baths so they can restore their sanity, and I keep automation at a pretty good high. So not being a terrible pal owner, quotations, but I've almost reached endgame of Palworld, and I gotta say, pretty damn good over 50 hours that I've spent playing it. I don't regret a single thing, and once I beat Palworld, I'll probably go through it one more time. It's fun. Interestingly fun. Doop. Time to get into the sad shit. So, Double Fine is one of my favorite developing crews, and they're letting go of 23 members of their staff. Now, for people who don't know Double Fine has maybe 160, maybe less than 200, including the contractors. And losing 23 is still a pretty heavy percentage of their crew.
Yeah.
But Tim had said in their little comment, the people we are losing were all important. They made an impact on our games and culture, and they will be missed. We are committed to supporting each affected person as best as we can, and we thank them for their hard work and commitment to the creative spirit we cherish here at Double Fine. And if there's even an inkling of what I know about Tim to be true, this man did not take a raise to push these people out. This man did not buy a car, show it off to these people, and then fire them 2 days later.
And this is happening when they're being when they're being spun off of Xbox
That is
to
true.
be their own studio again, so they're losing all that financial backing and whatnot. And yeah, there's a lot there.
Yeah, that is also true. But losing some of the people that you trusted to help you build some of the games that would be your magnum opus line just sucks. However, it's time to get even worse. It's time to hit the worst of the worst. You know how I was talking about motherfucking a motherfucker that's going to show you a car and be like, "Hey, this is $2.8 million. Oh, by the way, 2 days later you're fired." Yeah, EA is doing that shit now. So, over at Dice slash, I guess whatever the heck other, whoever's working on Frostbite, whoever's working on Battlefield 6 right now, they're no longer working on Battlefield 6 because a lot of the developers got laid off. And then as soon as that they got laid off, very recently, the CEO of that side of Battlefield 6 got a huge raise. They got a huge affiliate push because they sold so much. $38,649,984 as a commission. And I'm like, that is not going to the people who built this game. It is going to the CEO.
No, like literally giving it to the CEO while firing the people.
Yep. And they have met all of their milestones. They have sold as many copies as they would have positive reviews. It was a highly successful launch. There was no bad reviews on Battlefield 6 aside from, some poo-poo stinky babies that were like, multiplayer's too hard. But Battlefield 6 was a success. And now you have some guys like, yeah, we're gonna pay the CEO and get rid of some of the people. This is also on top of the rumors and mumbles that Saudi Arabia has a couple buyers wanting to purchase EA, and through those
Well,
mumbles.
no. They already bought EA.
Oh,
We covered that a couple months back. Remember?
oh, did they? Okay,
Yeah, there was a huge buyout thing and all that stuff. Yeah,
okay.
we covered that a couple months back.
Okay. Well, with that buyout, the mumbles then were to be the people buying them out are classic. They love the classic EA titles, which means that hopefully we'll see some old EA games popping in. Some Mass Effect getting a nice remaster, maybe some Dragon Age getting a nice remaster, something like that. But I don't think I'm going to be purchasing an EA game anytime soon.
That's the thing is like I'm already like I already pretty much only buy like one or two EA things because I just don't like the loot boxes and all the other crap that they do. So like this is already a thing where like I'm not really buying EA, and then they pull shit like this. I'm like, okay, yeah, there's just really no reason. It's like, yeah, I want the last Jedi Survivor game if we ever actually get it, because we haven't heard anything on that in fucking forever. But I don't know. I just they're a mess, and they have been for quite some time.
Yep. I think the only way that they would get me back in is if they said, "Oh, hey, Respawn is coming back, and we're going to be bringing out Titanfall 3." Then I may be like, "Ooh." eh." Then I would probably
I just don't know that they will.
sweat a little. Yeah, I don't think they will either. But that's the only way that EA would even either that or maybe a return to basics Dragon Age, but they haven't had a Dragon Age since Veilguard, and Veilguard did not do well. Like, when it popped onto Game Pass, I played it for a minute, and even with that minute, I was like, this is kind of rough.
Do they even own Dragon Age?
I believe, BioWare's EA, yes.
Well, BioWare was the developer.
Well, they own BioWare. EA owns BioWare.
No, I know. I get what you're saying with that.
Oh.
I'm saying BioWare developed it, yeah, but do they own it?
Oh.
Publishers EA, developers have been BioWare, EA 2D, Edge Reality, Trans Gaming, Capital Games, and Fail Better Games.
Okay. Two of those I can think of are port movers. They move ports.
Yeah, so creators are credited as David Gator and BioWare. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who actively owns it right now. I mean, it would seem like it's EA.
I mean, hell, it's the first fucking thing you see as soon as you boot up the game is just a huge fuck off EA logo in purple. Real
Let's
annoying.
see what internet says on ownership. Yeah, it looks like they're coming up under BioWare, so yeah, and BioWare's owned by EA, so yeah.
Okay. But if they were to go back to basics, if this CEO gets fired, cool, get rid of him. He does not seem to be very people centric.
Just gonna replace him with another jackass.
We're slowly starting to do a healing run of certain ones. Ubisoft just had a guy be like, "Hey, we're gonna give all of these old classics a facelift, and also all of these games that you purchased on Xbox, you can now get on the PC Xbox store for free." It's not
but they also went through and they turned the Animus and the new Black Flag remake into a battle pass to try to get you to go and play other Assassin's Creed games.
That is true. That is very true. It's just I don't think that guy is tied to the Assassin's Creed one, but I concur. I think having that in there just does not seem worth the time. Even just to have the cosmetics there, have like a different in-game currency that you can earn, and then just kind of be like, there you go, yeah. And you do the task, you get X amount for doing the tasks. You find some of the collectibles because A lot of Assassin's Creed really do well with collectible finding. You know, there's the idea right there, but alas, they wanted money.
What I want money.
You know, if I had $75,000, I'd be pushing for a good comic book run right now. But alas, I don't have that kind of money. Mm. And this motherfucker gets
Now, if I was sitting on money, I'd be investing in people's like art projects, like movies and shit like that.
art projects, movies. Let's see, art projects, movies. I would probably be shoveling a little bit toward like a personal merch run, so that way I can get some merch out in the world. Like I want my creative mind out there in one way, shape, or form. Mm.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Funding the money to put your brain in a jar and on display.
It makes me want to play New Vegas again. Go to the big MT. You have penis on your hands? What?
Okay, I don't get that reference.
Yeah. So when they're talking to you about your hands moving, they're like, "Why do you have little tiny penises on the end of your hands?" Because they haven't had physical bodies for a very long time.
Gotcha.
Something that Quincy threw at me that I was like, it uses the actual in-game references and models and structure, but it puts
He
you
makes
in
me
a.
sound so violent, guys. I don't throw things at him.
He does throw things at me very, very quick, very rapidly, right in the chest. It hurts. But it's weird. The fact that you could play Stardew Valley in VR using the in-game engine. What?
Yeah, that's the shit people figure out, man.
What? But yeah, there's a full spectrum on it over at Nexus Mods. Go to Stardew Valley. It's right there at the very top. The the fact that you have all of this VR support through wherever you have Stardew Valley on PC, it'll work through Steam VR or the Meta Quest like link that they have. It works perfectly fine. Motion controls work good. It's super lightweight. I watched a couple videos on it. I was very impressed. But alas, I'm not too big of a fan of Stardew Valley. But
I also just don't like VR. It hurts my brain.
yeah, I can't do VR for right now. But I am very happy to see more projects going from a 2D plane, a flat 2D plane, into a full 3D render that uses the in-game models. Like it is so fucking weird, and you could seamlessly switch. So if you're trying to get something exactly right, like if you're trying to water your plants but there are too much foliage, you could switch back to 2D mode and do what you need to do before switching back into 3D mode. And I'm like, that's actually kind of fucking cool. It runs off of OpenXR and OpenGL, so it runs off of whatever the game is running on. So whatever your game is running on, you can run it on your VR headset. It's so fucking cool. But congratulations, Gingas VR, Gingas VR. You are doing, I want to say, an interesting job, but you're doing a good job at something that I think a lot of people would really like in today's time. Good work.
We're about to hit an ad break for the stream. So that's a reminder: if you're watching on the stream, you can also hear us without that ad break. There are ads on the podcast, but you can hear us without the ad break, covering up our sound over on the podcast.
That is great. Libsyn.com/TheUglyMugs or on the YouTube at TheUglyMugs. Heading over to the Xbox Game Pass, we finally got some new games bumping on there, such as Shift at Midnight, a horror game where you and a couple friends run a grocery store trying to find anomalous individuals trying to purchase items, and you can ask them very specific questions about themselves and try and survive a night while also putting up some defenses, getting a handgun. You know, normal stuff you would do.
Listen, I'm having to run a grocery store with my friends tonight. That's already horrific enough.
Yeah.
I can't imagine me and you chuckleheads trying to run a grocery store together at a midnight shift without killing each other.
Funny enough, you can kill one another with that gun. Next game up is Hell Is Us, I don't want to say Souls-like because it's not quite Souls, more hack and slash. But I have been interested in this one for a minute, and I'm glad that it's going to be on Game Pass. I believe 2 days ago, Halo Campaign Evolved dropped, and a lot of people were kind of mixed on it. Some people are like, "Oh, this isn't true to the Halo originality." There are 2 skulls you can get off the very first mission that basically bring it back to Halo original. It stops your sprint and it makes the BR work like a regular BR. So there you go. Another game that I'm super interested in, just because I've been really craving an ARPG, but haven't really found one to kind of satiate me yet. Mistfall Hunter. I saw some screenies of it. I kind of want it, but it's not out yet. I believe it's going to be at the 31st. I believe it's going to drop. Corsair Cove, a kind of hex-like game. It's PC only, and you basically it's Civilization, but with thievery, a little bit more thievery. Coming over to the cloud gaming, Heretic and Hexen, one of my classic favorite games. Well, Hexen is. Heretic I didn't really play too much of. And then I believe on the 31st as well, we're gonna get Beast of Reincarnation, the I was gonna say GameWorks. The guys who did Pokemon. Game Crazy? No.
Game Freak.
Game Freak. Thank you. Game Freak made a very interesting looking game that is definitely not Pokemon-ish. So I'm excited to see what it looks like in actuality while I'm playing it, but I don't know if I'm going to be putting a lot of time into that one. I'm excited for 3 of these games. I haven't been excited for an Xbox Game Pass announcement like this for a minute. So, good job, Xbox. Good job, Microsoft. Don't fuck up anymore, please. Don't fire anyone else, please. Any other gaming things you got, Q?
No, I haven't really been playing anything. It's kind of been go, go, go. And then when I finally get time off, I use that time to go to Warp Tour.
That's fair.
And I actually had to work while at Warp Tour, so,
Oh, that's no good.
it's price of running a business in a sense.
Oh, fine. I was doing inside of our Twitch chat. There's a Pokemon add-on where every now and again a Pokemon will appear in chat. I've been trying to catch Pokemon all night. Sorry. It's time for shoe news. So we talked about a bunch of Street Fighter shoes before. These ones I would say look the best. Street Fighter and Puma come together to make 3 very nice looking shoes. The Chun-Li ones definitely have her wrist guards with studs all along the sides. And just a very interesting gold inlay with them. Kind of looks like a classic shoe with just some bedazzled things a part of it. It gives me a little bit of the K-pop Demon Hunter vibes, but in blue, oddly enough. And then you get into the Ryu, and I like the white with the like black paint splatters and the red Puma suede. Not a swoosh, but it's like a suede.
Suede's a material.
I don't know what it is then. The Puma design.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then on the bottom of the shoe, it has Ryu written in. I hope not blood, but it makes me also think that it's like Andy writing their name on the bottom of Woody's boot.
Oh yeah, they've been doing that paint thing for their artistic thing on Street Fighter for a bit now. I think this is just a reference to that.
Oh. Wait, is it on the? Oh, it is on the bottom of Chun-Li's also. I didn't realize that. And then last one is Ken, where it's very similar to Ryu's, which is it is red with black splatters and a white design. And let me look at the bottom.
Well, it almost looks like the wings that you used to get on like the Goodwill, the Goodyear helmets or whatever.
Oh yeah, kinda. Yeah. But I do enjoy all three of these. They do not have a price tag, but if they are anything like the regulars with the collaboration, we're probably seeing a price tag of $120, perhaps, maybe. Badoop. Heading over to Bull Airs, a very nice collaboration with Mars Attacks. The San Diego Comic Con exclusive stuff has a couple extra little features, such as a Burning Man patch and a enamel keychain of a flamethrower that is attached to the side. I kind of dig it. I just wish I could. Can I blow it up a little bit? Can you? Okay, that's as big as I can get it. This is the one problem that I have with Bull Airs is I can't get a good look at
Look at the shoot.
Yeah.
That is a pretty cool shoot from what we can see.
Yes, I concur. The only downside, of course, is their price tag. They hand make all of these, so $299 for this really nice Mars Attack themed shoe with little pockets. There's little tiny pouches on there. I haven't seen Mars Attacks in such a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I watched it too.
The shoe is set to drop at the end of this year, beginning of next year, depending on when you pre-order it. Still at Bull Airs. A very particular raccoon has been popping up over the internet, and I coincide with them. I feel for them. Born with a shortened spine, Jimothy out in Oregon has been cited and basically kind of solidified in a lot of pop culture right now. They are a D&D creature. They are on a lot of merchandise. Some people have done a lot of fan art of Jimothy. And Belair's has also done this with a heavyweight t-shirt with Jimothy the raccoon on the front, and then on the back it has the words "Life's too short." I like it. $45
I love
for
how much attention this little raccoon is getting.
Yeah, $45 is a little bit much, but it's a heavyweight T-shirt, so it is majorly durable. These guys make their own clothing brand, so they are not skimping on any of it. You know, it's fine for $45. Badoop. Heading over to Shoe Palace. They have a new collection featuring The Simpsons. They even have, I believe, the slides that we had from Adidas. Yeah, there's the Adidas slide we talked about a couple weeks back with Homer sliding into the bushes. But some interesting ones, such as these black and white paisley hybrid shorts with Bart skulls on the corners. Some jorts that have Bart and Hellraiser. That's kind of adorable-ish. Duffman and Bartman. A lot of Bartman. A lot of itchy and scratchy shirts. And these prices aren't too astronomical for collab pieces that have a lot of design on them. $60 for the pants, $40 for the really heavily drawn on shorts. $40, yeah. This Krusty the Clown hoodie, $55, and it's got design on both front and back, including the dangerous to drink cough syrup. A Simpsons bully shirt where on the front it has Bart with all the bullies, and then on the back it says, "Read this and we'll punch you."
Huh.
And then of course the Bob Big Boy knockoff Lard Lad on the back of a long sleeve jacket, and then on the front you have the Lard Lad, and on the sleeves you have the alien spaceship that tries picking it up, and a bunch of eaten donuts on the other sleeve. Like, they put a lot of time and effort into this collaboration. And this is just a few things that I've mumbled about. There is a lot of product here. Is there anything that you would get out of this entire collection?
I don't know. The Bartman shirt's kind of cool. The Bartman shirt's pretty cool. I don't really care for the cardigan too much. The hoodies are pretty cool. There's a few things I would get here. The price is the problem because I really don't want to spend $100 on a jacket or $50 on a sweater. I'm not saying they're not worth it. It's a lot more than what I like to spend.
True.
But yeah, like there's some pretty cool stuff here.
The Duffman racing jacket's kind of neat. I kind of like it. Just sucks that it's $100 for that. That is, I believe that is the most expensive thing on this collaboration. Yes, the Duffman racing shirt or jacket. Okay. Head over to shoepalace.com/collection/The Simpsons, and you will be able to see all of these and more. Badoop. So we had mumbled that the San Diego Comic-Con has happened, and it happened during when Quincy was at Warp Tour, so getting him all the information was difficult, but I'm glad that I was able to throw it at
cell
you.
service.
Starting with Rick Moranis popped up at the San Diego Comic-Con for the Spaceballs panel, wearing the huge helmet that I think was custom made for him. And he is such a delight. I watched a little bit of this, and I wish we can get some press badges one day, just so we can enjoy some of the really good actors that pop up in some of these halls.
Well,
for
I
some
mean,
of
you
these panels.
don't need press badges to go to this.
No, but you get better seating.
Well, yeah, probably.
But just listening to some of the panels that have gone on from San Diego Comic-Con has definitely really inspired me, just because some people actually care about the art of whatever they're doing. They're not, being like, hey, this is a paycheck. No, 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 no. You have people who are actually wanting to be the characters they are, or write about the characters they want to see or hear. I like that. I like that a lot. Meanwhile, over at Hall H, Ryan Reynolds had literally snuck in, and started to hang out with a lot of people out on the floor, and then, of course, crashed the announcements at the start of the Marvel panel. And people thought it was denim. I still think it's denim, but it is.
It looked like denim even in the close-up video he posted online. It looked like denim.
It looks like denim, but I believe it is just the alternative costume X-Force. I don't remember what comic it was a part of, but it's the alternative costume to Deadpool. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't just go with a regular one, but I think this might be hinting toward a hopeful new movie in the future. Hopefully, maybe, perhaps. All the nice little, accoutrement that comes with him, the utility belt, the 5 knives that he has on him, little baby knife for baby stabbing, as he would put it.
Baby knife.
Yeah, the baby knife for baby stabbing. And then, he was, asking some very, I don't want to say intrusive questions, but he was asking some hard-hitting ones while he was there. And I can really respect if they do include him in Doomsday. I can really respect it. However, nothing is confirmed, but from what Robert Downey said during the conference when he asked about it, and he was like, "No, it's already in the can, man. It's already in post production." And of course, Ryan, being Ryan, he's like, "Are you sure there can't be something added in? From your favorite Merkin?" Okay, he really absolves the character of Deadpool, and I can appreciate that. Speaking of Ryan Gosling was a pull for Ghost Rider, and I kind of scratched my head when I heard this. Not a great picture that they decided to take, but I've seen a couple things online of the Ken character from Barbie wearing the I'm Ken.
And enough.
Ken enough, or one of the other Ken puns that he has on the shirt, and with the flaming skull head and the chains and all that. And I'm like, okay, I can kind of see that. That's kind of neat, but I don't, I don't know. I would have to see him.
I need to see more.
Yeah, I need to see more. I would like to see at least a little sneak peek, maybe just at least a still of how Ghost Rider looks, considering there's a lot that I would want out of a Ghost Rider right now. Considering we have it in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and you had informed me that there could possibly be multiple Ghost Riders.
I don't know a lot about Ghost Rider, but we've seen multiple Ghost Riders be a thing, and we have several Ghost Riders in the comics. It'll be interesting to see where this goes.
I am interested, but that's not all they announced. We have T'Challa's son being played by David Johnson to take over for the Black Panther line. Kind of bummed that it's not Shuri still, but I get.
Well, we had Shuri in the last one.
We had Shuri in the last one,
and from what I understand, we're still going to see Shuri in Doomsday.
You are still going to see Shuri. It seems like they're going to definitely pack it up for 2028, and I was like, okay, you guys are still working on some really good projects. Where's Blade?
That's been a mess.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I'm about the Marvel panel that I would have liked to have seen, but I am very happy with all the announcements that I have gotten from the Marvel panel. Aside from that, there was a lot of did I mention David Johnson is going to be the new T'Challa? Son of T'Challa?
Yeah, you mentioned it.
Okay.
Yeah, you mentioned
it. For those who don't know who David Johnson is, I remember him from Romulus. That's it. I've seen bits and pieces of the Long Mile, but
I haven't watched Long Walk.
Long Walk. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah, I haven't watched that yet. I want to see it.
From what I've seen on the things, I got all 27 pieces on TikTok, so I got most of it.
Jesus.
But from what I have seen, he does a damn good acting job there. But nope. On top of all of that, they really pushed a lot of the other Marvel bits and pieces, such as promoting Marvel's Wolverine with another new trailer for the video game. And go and check it out. It's just as good as the last sneak peek they did at the State of Play. So not really much to say there. It's very red band, a lot of blood. But here we have a Sentinel head out in the front lawn of the convention center, and I gotta say, it's a damn fine looking Sentinel head. I'm hoping Sentinels just pop up somewhere aside from X-Men '97, because I haven't seen them around, so I just want more Sentinels.
That's what I was trying to find you image of, is like there were some really cool, like, big ass X-Men statues that looked like they were maybe for the cartoon, plus this was laying outside, and yeah.
I still need to finish season 2. I'm waiting for a
I
couple
have
more
not started it.
Okay. I'm waiting for a couple more episodes to pile up, maybe finished before I just shotgun the whole thing. I think it's almost done. I think it's going to be finished middle of August. But yeah, as soon as it's done, I'm just going to fucking sweep the whole thing. I almost got spoiled on Tip Top because it was showing me a scene where I was like, "Ooh, okay, this is one of my and I swiped immediately. I just swiped. I'm not spoiling it here, just in case y'all haven't seen it, but motherfuckers that spoil shit on any social media website needs to tag their shit accordingly. I hate you. But that being said, you showed me a Tamagotchi panel to celebrate their I guess 25th anniversary, if I'm not mistaken. But no, 30th. It would be their 30th anniversary because I got it when I was 7. So yeah, it'd be 30 yeah, it'd be 30-ish years because I don't know how long it's been in Japan for by the time that was there. But I've over the last couple of years I've heard whispers of Tamagotchi, and then like a couple collaborations.
It's one of those things that pops up every so often, and I'm like, I don't know if it's ever going to truly take off. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's made its money. It has definitely made its money with cheap LC.
No, I should say I don't know if it's ever going to take off again.
Oh, again? With the collaboration between Hello Kitty that happened 2 years ago and the one that happened with Pokemon not too long ago, when Pokemon tried doing these exact things and those didn't kick off, and then Tamagotchi did them and they kicked off. And then they did Star Wars, I want to say like 5 years ago, where you can get like a little R2D2 pet. I'm like, okay, they know where their market is. They've made a lot of money doing this. They have ideas. I just wasn't planning on seeing a whole ass booth for them. So, okay, fine. I'm leaning a little forward into the Tamagotchi craze again. It's just I would want more features with the newer models.
Well, I'm definitely not going and buying a Tamagotchi anytime soon.
That is true. $25 still is the asking price for most of the Tamagotchis, 30 to 35 for some of the collab ones. They do hurt, but interested, not too interested personally. Lego also had a few little whispers about what's going to be coming out, and this is the only image that I have for any of it. There's some San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. I did not get any of those images, which kind of bums me the fuck out. But however, I did get this one of the Star Trek, the holodeck or I guess the transportation deck and the main bridge. You know, I gotta say, it actually looks pretty dang good for a diorama set. I like the little Spock ears.
Yeah, I like it. And the Spock ears are cute.
You don't get a lot of, like, even on the elves in the D&D set, you just have them drawn on. You don't have, like, actual ears. So, it's good to see a little bit more plastic being molded. The hair is still wild, and I enjoy it. Every character, you can kind of tell who it is. Yeah, kinda. I wish they added a little bit more features for some of them. I'm not a doctor or something.
Damn it, I'm a doctor, Jim. I don't have the rest of that line. I don't know which one I'm going for.
I'm not a lawyer, I'm a doctor. Continuing over at the San Diego Comic-Con and Shoe Palace, Batman and Shoe Palace had a limited edition 500 unit absolute Batman collaboration featuring a t-shirt, a foil variant comic, and a serial numbered trading card that is kind of like halfway slabbed. You would still have to get it graded if you want to get it graded, but it is full sealed by Upper Deck. And it's only $100. You slap down $100, you get a t-shirt, you know, and a card, and the comic is behind all this in a nice bag and board. 500 units, that was it. And as soon as they sold out, they were done. And the price on eBay is hitting above $500. I hate scalpers. I hope you do not sell it. I hope that you are stuck with it. I hope that you have to eat it in order to survive.
That's probably fair.
Yeah, I have no love for scalpers in today's time. You make the world a more difficult place to live in. Anyways, but yeah, they very quickly sold out of them. I don't know why they were like available July 22nd through the 26th when they were gone the first day. Over at
That's the thing is, it always blows my mind when things like this sell because I'm like, I didn't fucking hear about this, but you heard about it enough to sell it out. Like, fuck you guys.
Like, well, I mean, I hear about the Bull Airs all the time. Like, that was the reason why I got
but the Bull Airs are ridiculously expensive.
And they always sell out. Heading over to the Mondo booth, there was a couple interesting figures, but this one really spoke to me. The Panther, Masters of the Universe, 1/6 scale, 12 by 18, flocked model. And I'm like, okay, you have this, and it looks fucking fantastic. It makes me wonder if there's a Skeletor to go along with it. I'm hoping it's not the movie Skeletor, the current movie Skeletor, but a better.
I mean, he didn't look bad. It was just,
bad.
you know, the voice was an issue.
The voice and the person wearing the mask, yes. That being said, he's in trouble. Not going to get into that, but he's in trouble. Which get him out of here.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
You know, I'll tell you after the cast.
Okay.
But this primo looking figure, like, I wouldn't collect any of the add-ons like Battle Cat. I would be always like, yeah, sure, I guess if he's coming along with He-Man. This Panther looks fucking great. You want to know the
That
price
is a pretty
tag?
amazing Panther. $513.
Very close, $525 for this flocked figure that has full articulation, including its tail.
Wow.
It's Mondo. They do good work. But
Yeah.
ow. But ow. Heading over to the Hasbro music side of things with the collaboration between RPM, Reigning Phoenix Music, and Yesterday's. We've talked about the 40-year anniversary for Transformers and the vinyls that came with it. Let's go a little bit more retro-ish with tape cassettes and the mini-cons that can play the tape cassettes. $50 gets you the Autobots or Decepticons one, depending on which one you're wanting. I believe one is I forget the boombox's name, the one that's on the Decepticon side. It's not Soundwave. Soundwave's on the good side. Even still, the Decepticon version of Soundwave and Soundwave is available. And inside, you get a double-sided tape cassette that is in hi-fi, a pin matching the case you got, so either the Decepticon or the Autobot side, and then Soundwave or the Decepticon variant of Soundwave in wonderful hard-brushed enamel. And I believe these are limited press, too, so I don't know how many, but we don't even have an announcement of it, just the fact that it is $50, set to be released soon, quote-unquote. I like the look of them. Heading over to thank you Gizmondo for having a lot of this to help me along. They had Street Fighter the movie figures, the Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns figures. You know, they don't look too terrible. I actually was like, okay, that's kind of neat. Roman's looking like he's having a bad day here. In a moment you'll see what I'm talking about. I think they made something a little bit too small for him.
I'm stuck in an ad on the stream for
Oh,
another
we're doing
13
ads?
seconds.
Okay. Well, around his neck, though, his necklace, the giant orb necklace that he wears, is kind of a
Yeah.
little bit too tight around his neck. But I do like the full articulation that is in this. It does look like Roman Reigns a little bit too much, a little bit
There
more
we go.
than
Yeah, those are. Yeah, that's not built well.
they're killing him. But I do like the fact that he does have the Satsui no Hado just kind of rippling off of him, and they come off. So I'm like, okay, you can have, flames ripping off of him from the Satsui. Okay. Everybody comes with a nice Hadouken stand that comes with all of their extra features. Ken comes with his hair tied up or brought down. Chun-Li has, of course, her thunderous kicks and different hand postures for her kung fu maneuvers. However, on the back of the box, they spoiled on one of the characters that could possibly be in the movie. Not going to spoil it here, but I'm kind of mad that I looked at it. I don't think I'm going to watch the movie, but looking at the back of it made me go, I wonder how they're going to do it. Hasbro definitely has a way of spoiling a lot of their movies, shows, what have you, just by releasing their toys early. They need to do it to where they just make an announcement of them and don't have any of these
I mean,
sent out.
or just don't put spoilers on the back of your damn boxes.
Or that. But they want the whole collect them all thing on the back as well. But Cody Rhodes looks like he's
darken it out in the promos until the thing actually comes out.
That would have been good, like just a giant black sticker. That's all you needed. That being said, Cody Rhodes looked like he had a lot of really good fun doing this movie. There is a bit of me, a very small bit of me, that wants to see this movie. I won't pay to see it, mind you, but when it drops into one of the streams, yeah, sure, why not? I do. Dark Horse dropped a lot of stuff that I kind of overlooked until the very end of looking up stuff for this podcast. With a lot of limited edition things, such as this Hellboy Sofubi I interesting looking proportioned Hellboy, $175, limited to 170 available. And I was like, Jesus criminy, and apparently all of these only were sold on the very first day. So anyone who wanted to even glance at it, good luck. The convention exclusive skate decks featuring the Hellboy cover, the issue 1 cover, limited to $280. The Berserk Skull Knight gold skate deck that looks pretty fucking cool. I don't even know Berserk Skull Knight. I don't even know what this is. But I want to know more about it just from how cool this fucking skate deck looks. Limited to $200, available at the show, priced at $100. Further down, you have some comics. Limited to 500, you have Dungeons and Dragons Total Party Killers with a wonderful watercolor looking cover. I would probably get this just because I'm a huge D&D nerd. That is correct. Can I blow it up a little bit? Okay, that's a little bit more blown up, but yeah, I really enjoy the colorway and the line art on it. Foundations, one shot, 3W3M. I do not know this one, but I did enjoy the cover. It looks like a very spore covered deer or moose. And I was like, okay, I'm not my cut. And a very cool looking Hellboy Seed of Destruction #1 black and white cover variant. I would definitely get that one, limited to $525. Going down to the product section of their limiteds, Mass Effect collectible pin set. I didn't know they did anything with Mass Effect. I didn't know they did like products for them, but they have 4 of the vehicles from Mass Effect in a hard enamel, $35, limited edition to 500. The Hobbit, Bilbo Baggins vinyl figure, the invisible variant, or translucent, however you want to kind of throw it out there, $60. I don't know if it looks interesting, but I don't know of anyone who would purchase this. Do you?
Um, like I know a lot of Hobbit fans, but I don't know if they would buy that now.
Some hats, a tote bag that says "This is my comic bag." Some fun ones, and then the last year exclusives are still available today, apparently, such as the Stranger Things comic, The Umbrella Academy, Shit Eater, another black and white variant of Hellboy: Seed of Destruction #1, Usagi Yojimbo, and Roach Race pin enamel collection from The Witcher, which I kind of would have really enjoyed. I wonder if they had anything from Cyberpunk 2077, considering that's in Roach Race. They of course have some pins from Critical Role, both pin set 1 and 2, featuring the entire cast, including Trinket the bear, and a puzzle of Usagi Yojimbo. That kind of looks kind of neat. I would. It's 1,000 pieces, so my slow brain would probably be like, yeah, it'll take me a couple hours, but it'd be a fun couple hours, I think. And then of course some more hats. Not a bad haul for the San Diego Comic Con for them to put up their booth and have just a lot of really good stuff.
Some of these prices are pretty good. Some of them are a little bit more than I would want to spend, especially if I'm going to Comic Con and I'm saving money for some big stuff.
Yeah. Would you buy any of the exclusive comic covers?
Maybe my concern with that is I'd need something to keep them safe the whole time, and then I got to carry that stuff around all day or rent a locker. Because I'm assuming Comic Con is probably like a lot of events where there's no reentry.
True. Well, okay. With the Dark Horse merch tote, the one that says "This is my comic bag," if you purchase $100 or more, you get that bag for free.
Yeah, my question is how sturdy is that bag? Like, is it actually built well so that I can put a bunch of comics in there and not have them bending and not having them, if I bump the bag, does the bag, crease inward and squish the item and stuff like that? It looks pretty sturdy.
It looks pretty sturdy.
So, yeah, I mean, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. Plus, it's not terrible of a cost of just $20, but if you spend $100, you get it for free. Not bad, not bad.
Yeah.
Badoop, badoop, and badoop. Critical Role just revealed a new free Vox Machina adventure on Webtoon. I did not know they did a Webtoon to begin with, but this is obviously Volume 3. And I'm like, oh, some of them already had their physical releases, such as the individual characters of the Mighty Nine, Ripley, etc. But having them release a whole new webcomic starting now about them bumping shoulders for the first time and actually doing well together instead of independently, like the original origin story. This is actually Vox Machina altogether. Um, so far, I'm actually really enjoying their storytelling and their origin story. Uh, I finished up their season 4 of their animated series, and I'm itching for season 5, which is going to be their last one, which kind of bums me out a little bit. But
No, they're not doing any more past season 5.
no, they're going to be working on Mighty Nine for 2 more seasons, and then who knows? Maybe Bell's Hells might get a, a series. I don't know. I wasn't too keen a fan of Campaign 3. It was a lot. It was very jumbled, but I liked it. It was fine, but nothing will beat Vox Machina or Mighty Nine as far as. Yeah, well. Baidu. Heading over to Oni Press. They have just got a bunch of new stuff for San Diego Comic Con, including Scott Pilgrim and the Infinite Sadness 20th anniversary merchandise, featuring some shirts, some pins, some keychains, uh, and even the pre-order, I believe, for the Scott versus Mecha Scott that is going to be dropped in November. So if you're a fan of Scott Pilgrim or anything that is Oni Press, they have a lot more available for their San Diego Comic-Con collection that is on sale right now. Go and check them out over at Oni
But see,
Press.
I'm just a fan of things against the world.
What?
Because Scott Pilgrim versus the world. I was saying, just
Oh, yeah, okay, I get you now. I missed the joke went way over the head. But they also do a lot of very cool Cartoon Network collaborations, such as Adventure Time and other different series that like Cult of the Lamb was an interesting one. Rick and Morty, they were the ones who started it up with the comic book run. Not too big a fan of Rick and Morty. Like the new seasons apparently are very funny, but I don't know. I haven't really checked them out.
I haven't watched it in a very long time. The last time I did watch it, I didn't finish the season.
I stopped at Pickle Rick, I think.
I think I got a little bit past that, but not by much.
I am curious to see what Evil Morty had in store, just because that storyline seemed kind of interesting compared to the self-deprecation of Rick, but Badoo. Speaking about things that I really, really like and probably binging a lot of alcohol, Mobile Suit Gundam just released a new teaser to kick off San Diego Comic Con and also their 50th anniversary. Brought to us by Kenji Kamiyama, the wonderful director and artist behind Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex and Standalone Complex Second Gig. They are putting a little bit of work toward the new Mobile Suit Gundam stuff, and I was like, okay, sure. I'm a little bit worried that it's going to be a little bit more cyberpunky than Gundam-y, but it seems to have all the politics there. You know? Okay, I'll lean a little bit forward into it. I did not like the last series. I didn't really like Hathaway too much. I'm sorry, Hathaway Part 2 too much. I would like to have seen Hathaway in movie theaters, though. If I saw that in theaters, I think I would have liked it a lot more. It probably would have been a lot more impactful. But I would like to also see more Gundams wearing capes or cloaks. That would also be on my want list. Please and thank you. I'm excited. We don't have a date. It just says 2027. Bummers.
I've seen very little Gundam, so
If you're wanting a good place to start, Wing is a good place to start, just because it's low politics but really high action. If you're wanting high politics, go with the original. There's a lot of politics, and a lot of
Okay.
memes. A lot of memes.
Memes are good.
Yeah, Unicorn's fine. Seed's fine. Destiny's fine. G Gundam's fine if you can get past the very slight hint of racism. I
That's
feel like
concerning.
I mean, you have a Gundam made in Mexico wearing a sombrero and poncho, being very fragrant in the English VO, being very stereotypical. It's
Well, I
just
would say that the poncho and the sombrero aren't a problem. That's
the stereotype.
those. Well, it's not necessarily a stereotype. Like it's not a stereotype if people wear traditional African clothing.
True, yes.
But you're saying the VO is an issue, so that's different.
Let me go and pull up what they look like.
I don't know that we should.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's just it. I'm not bringing up the voice. It's just it. Let's not do. Oh wait, actually, there's a whole image of all of the other Gundams. So, and they also have such strange ones. So, can you please? So of course you got the Tequila Gundam. That is the it comes with a poncho that comes off during their fight. Zeus Gundam from Greece, Ashura Gundam with its multiple arms from I don't know that flag. But they had such weird designs, and I was like, okay.
They called it the Tequila Gundam.
They called it the Tequila Gundam.
Okay.
And then you get into the strange ones. Let me blow up this one, bring it in. So the God Gundam is the Japanese one, the original looking one with the shining hand, etc., etc. And I'm like, okay, cool. Then you get into Gundam Maxter, the English one, the boxer. Gundam Rose, okay, John Bull Gundam with the tall hat. The Dragon Gundam of China. They're not terrible looking. Let me grab the last one here. Where is it? I want the big one. There it is. Okay. Let me one more. Oh, come on. There we go. I'll just blow it up like this. And then you have the Netherlands Gundam, where it's just a giant windmill. And you have the Mermaid Gundam.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that one.
Some of them are a little on the nose, and I get it, but But G Gundam does have its small wins. It is very shonen. It is supposed to be a Power Rangers offshoot. It's supposed to be what was on after Power Rangers, just so that way it's one of those kids get hyped for the combat that's at hand. There's low drama. There's low politics. A catchphrase that is supposed to be said every episode. With this burning hand of mine, it tells me to defeat you type shit. And then the hero saves the day. On to the next episode. Not really anything that continues on.
Kind of what you need, I guess.
Yeah. But overall, Gundam with its politics, a little chunky, but some of them are really good. Half-Blooded Orphans is actually really good. Sure, it's a little politic heavy, but it's pretty good to talk about the what happened to the outskirts of the entire empire, and what happened when the empire just took it a little too far and actually took it out on the citizens of their own people. And I'm like, okay, that's what I wanted to hear. Just because I know Char was like, I don't care if I have to ruin my entire legacy to kill you, I will do that. And he obviously went mad with power and got rid of a lot of his own people just to make sure that...
I feel like we're crossing the trying to get me interested into the spoiling things line now.
Well... Yeah, I am. Okay, my bad.
It's okay. I'm saying, like, I think we've crossed into the spoil range.
Yeah, it has its moments. But Something that I wasn't expecting, Avatar 7 Havens dropped a trailer on the first day of San Diego Comic-Con, and it's going to go straight to Paramount Plus with 26 episodes for the first season, and we don't know if there's going to be more after that.
I hate that Paramount owns that.
I hate that they do too, but it looks pretty decent so far. Animation looks good. Music was pretty on par for Avatar. It doesn't fill me with dread like Korra did. I have a little bit of faith for this. October 9th, it is starting up. It is unknown whether or not it is all dropping at once or if it is going to be a weekly thing. I might actually check this out. After finishing Korra, I was feeling kind of bleh. There was not really much there in my mind for Avatar at all. Just because there were so many, I don't want to say plot holes, but that's the best way of really putting it. There was a lot of plot hole. Like
It was a plot hole. It was a plot hole.
a plot hole was a plot hole, but they talked about it and then they just kind of swept it under the rug for a lot of it. And it was like we could have. There was a villain. There was a whole ass villain we could have been talking about. What's going on here?
What are you talking about, you crazy person? There was no villain.
There was no Warren Bossing say. I'm excited. I want to be excited for an Avatar thing that is not a live action. Not saying the live action's bad. It's just it's the same
I hear
story.
it's bad.
I also heard that it was bad, but I haven't seen it, so I'm not going to say nothing about it. But I have faith that this new animated series with a whole new studio, is working on it. And as I said, animation looks pretty dang good. Doesn't look like they cut corners like Korra did. October 9th, I'll be checking it out. I'll let you guys know if you are interested in any way, shape, or form. Joe Manganiello has a very interesting.
Can we try that again?
Joe Manganiello. Niello.
It sounded like you called him Jello the first time.
Jello Manganiello. Joe Man.
I don't know how to say his last name.
Manganiello. Manganiello.
Manganiello?
Joe Man. He is one of my favorite guys in all of the history of D&D. He has.
We don't know how to say his name, but he's
yeah,
cool.
he's a fantastic guy. True Blood, not my cut, but from what I have seen of him in True Blood, very very nice. Has overcome a very dangerous disease and has released
which I heard nothing about.
Yeah, he released a memoir before he felt like he was getting too bad about it, and it got New York Times bestseller. The book is called
Nice.
Bloodlines, a memoir, and he still wants to continue doing his love and passion of Dungeons and Dragons. He has popped in. He has popped in. Oh yeah, have you seen that motherfucker's room?
Yeah, no, yeah.
He has definitely spread his ideas toward everything. He was in Critical Role for a moment, doing a very special scene. Not going to say what he has done in it, but I'm hoping that season 5 of Vox Machina might involve it. I'm hoping, knock on wood. That being said, that character that was in that season has been all over the multiverse, has been in many material dimensions, and has already weaved a very intricate story and has played a lot of evil campaigns with a lot of pretty high-ranking people that you may or may not know, such as The Big Show has done an evil character with him. Vin Diesel did a good character against Joe's evil character. Deborah Ann Woll had a character against Joe's character for a time. And just he really enjoys playing Dungeons and Dragons. And now he has a Gen Con exclusive viewing of his new chapter to Death Saves. Death Saves is his kind of live show-ish. He had a podcast for a brief time where he did Death Saves. And now is the new chapter called The Blood War. Friday, July 31st at 11:30 to 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Time in the Indiana Repertory Theater on where is Gen Con being this year?
Chicago.
Because I see Indiana, and I was like checking like
Indiana. I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah. When I was like, I don't think it's Indiana for Gen Con this year.
It might be. I don't know. I don't go. I've
I
never
don't.
been.
I would love to go just because there is going to be a lot of really good dice creators, a lot of good artists, just a lot of high impact nerds that I would just like to mingle with for a moment.
Nerds.
I would love to also see this. Uh, this live show is going to probably continue the evil campaign that has been etched for almost an entire decade, I would say. Like he has been putting beyond 2015 he has been working on this. And Death Saves is one of those that I would love to just catch live just to get that real energy of the room. But I would love to see this. It's only going to be what, an hour and a half long? Mm, that's a bit short. But I hope that there's something that's going to be, cuz he says that this is going to bring the next chapter in D&D gaming. And I'm like, D&D's already in a weird spot. Looks over at D&D Beyond. I pay $6 a month to have it crash on me, you know? Badoop. Quincy threw this trailer at me, and I gotta say,
I heard about it last minute. We had to watch it together.
and I'm glad we did. Heading over to Apple TV, Matchbox the movie. Now you might be saying, Matchbox, what, the cars? Yes. And you might be saying, well, that doesn't sound like it's going to make a very good movie. And to which we would say, watch the trailer.
You know what you're talking about.
Yeah, watch the trailer. It actually was very entertaining. It got both Quincy and I to chuckle a couple times. It got us to actually, be like, okay, all right, we'll catch it on Apple TV. John Cena, Jessica Biel, Sam Richardson. I don't know the other actor, so I'm not even going to try and.
Yeah, the cast kind of went a little quick. I pretty much caught the John Cena film.
Yeah, John Cena is definitely the showrunner of this. Like he is definitely the lead, and this movie definitely suits his major rapport. I'm glad that he went into acting. I'm glad he plays Peacemaker. I'm glad in every. I don't think there's a bad John Cena movie.
Are you sure about that?
What's he got?
I mean, I like it, but I wouldn't say it was a good movie. The Marine.
Okay, non WWE branded movies.
Like, I don't think it's terrible, but it's not great.
No,
it's fun.
Did you see the Marine 3 with The Miz?
No, I didn't watch any of the sequels.
It's not great. It's worse. But yeah, none of the WWE branded movies will say I don't have any problem with John Cena in. I still want to see the one where he is the president and
Oh, the one with the Idris Elba?
Yeah. I still want to watch
Yeah.
that one. Like that one is on my
Did
list.
you watch what was it? Jackpot, the one with him on Aquafina?
No.
Oh, that was pretty good. It's on Prime. It's a Prime original.
Okay.
Basically she accidentally wins the lotto. It's in like a dystopian future, and if you win the lotto, you have to survive for 24 hours, and if someone kills you, they get the money. And so he's the guy trying to protect her for a portion of the winnings.
Okay. Jackpot, you said?
Yeah, I do believe that's what it's called.
All right.
Me and Kai watched it. We loved it.
All right, I'm gonna put that on my list. Okay, and you said it's
Yeah.
on Amazon?
Yeah, I do believe it's a Prime original.
Oh.
And it's got Simu in it. Shang-Chi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can get down with that. I'm hoping we see Shang-Chi in the Doomsday, but
I realize that if we do, now that we get Ghost Rider, we technically got 2 Kens in the MCU.
Yay. Okay, I got that jotted
They are
down.
Ken enough.
They are Ken enough. That's it. Ken enough. They are Ken enough. But I'm excited. Do we have a date? I don't believe I saw a date when it popped up. It just said that it
For
was.
the Matchbox, I don't remember seeing one, but
Yeah, no,
I also wasn't paying that close to attention.
yeah, it just said stream on that and nothing else. Huh.
Listen, man, I'm not a man of the details. All right.
Yeah, I try and get all the details in my notes, but sometimes my ADHD just goes, "Hey, you just watched a trailer. You're gonna be happy to talk about it, and not worry about the
You're gonna be
time or-"
happy about it. All right. Just
Yeah,
enjoy it.
just enjoy it. You're gonna be happy about it. But yeah, no time or date. Hopefully it is soon. But once it pops out, we may give you a mumble about it because I definitely want to watch this. Last 5 things, just a couple snacks to kind of rub our bellies. Starting with a collaboration that I wish we could get. The Simpsons and KFC have a collaboration over in Portugal and Spain.
Listen, man, my belly don't need this. I already went on my way to get the Supergirl thing.
Yeah, fair. So there is a pink sprinkled donut chicken sandwich, which has, from the look of it, pork that is kind of on it, some double cheese spread, a chicken patty, and donuts. Donuts. Madness chili bites and a actual squishy from a squishy machine.
Chili bites.
Yeah.
Dude.
Reminder, this is Spain.
I know,
and Portugal, so they love
so
their
it
spices.
looks like it looks like I have to go on a trip all of a sudden.
Oh, and they also
with
have
the $0 in my bank account.
Yeah, me too. They also have catsup packets.
Cat soup.
Catsup.
Oh, catsup.
Yeah.
It sounds like cat soup. I was like, what the fuck is cat soup?
I'm storing my words today. I apologize, everybody. I'm exhausted. But they also have some special collectibles, as you can see down at the bottom, such as the Bort license plate that you got that
My son's name is also Bort.
Yeah, that you got at Itchy and Scratchy Land, and the cleaning product that used Homer's likeness on it. I don't know if
Yeah,
they're
Mr. something. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, I also can't remember the name of it. I just know that it was a cleaning product, and I would love to get these, but alas, Portugal and Spain. I would try I would probably take half of the pink sprinkle donut chicken sandwich and try it. Donut. But speaking of donut, over at Krispy Kreme, with one promotion ending, a new one starts, and the new one is Pokemon, featuring Pikachu, Charmander, Jigglypuff, and a Pokeball, and 2 regular glazed donuts, which I felt like they could have done 2 more specialty ones for, like, Bulbasaur and Squirtle, but I digress.
You just give me a full 12. What the fuck are we doing with this 6 bullshit? I'm a big boy SpongeBob. Or a big man SpongeBob. A big man.
And now we're gonna starve.
Which one of you let's eat my candy bar?
We could quote SpongeBob all day. But alas, we are not going to. I haven't had a Krispy Kreme donut in a while. I kind of have a craving for one now. I want one now. I don't know if I would buy these though. I just want a regular.
I don't know if I'd buy these because these are normally the ones you find inside like Walmart and shit.
Oh, yeah. I've seen some specialty ones inside one of the stores a long time ago when we just I think one of us got like our birthday donut, and I saw the specialty there.
Birthday donut.
Yeah, reminder for anyone who has a birthday near a Krispy Kreme, you can get a free. It's supposed to be 3, but I think it dumbed down to 1. You can get a free glazed donut, and their donuts dang good. But Quincy, both of us don't really like McDonald's. However, they have a collaboration with Brand New Day. And they have little minis, little collectibles.
Oh my god, I want them.
I was about to ask, would you go out of your way for any of these?
I don't know. I always get screwed when I go out of my way for these things.
Yeah. I'm curious on how much they are. Someone tells me if it's anything like their other collaborations, it's $4.99 because it's just cheap plastic, and some of it goes to quote unquote charity. But I don't know.
Fun fact, I'm not saying that this is what McDonald's does. McDonald's don't come for me. Fun fact, a lot of companies, when you donate charity stuff, they've already donated to the charities. So when you're donating, you're not actually donating to the charity, you're helping them reclaim the money that they have donated.
Correct. There are some places that do that.
Yeah, I'm not saying who. I'm not calling out any names because I'm not going to get fucking sued for the $0 I have by some jackass.
Yeah. But there are companies like that. But they are adorable. Go and check them out if you happen to be a fan of McDonald's. I don't think Quincy and I are, but you might pop in just to grab one of these and maybe some fries.
Listen. I didn't need this information, right? You did this to me.
I'm sorry.
This is your fault.
I knew you would want to know.
I did. Thank you.
You're welcome. We don't like Harry Potter for a very specific reason.
Yes.
It starts with a T, ends in an F. However, I like the idea behind chocolate frogs. I like the idea behind all of their interesting flavors.
Where was this shit fucking 15 years ago, 20 years ago?
Yeah, I don't know. But
why does it all keep happening now?
I still want to try their butter beer. They have it somewhere and I can't find it. But
I have had it and the pumpkin juice at Universal Studios, and I hate to say that it was delicious.
I want it. But Betty Crocker and Harry Potter have had a collaboration once before, but this one's a lot bigger. A limited edition run of 4 delicious treats, chocolate-flavored frogs that are fudge frogs with a little bit of truffle inside, chocolate cupcake kit that is Forbidden Forest chocolate cakes, a pumpkin cupcake kit, and Pillsbury Harry Potter Golden Snitch sugar cookies that are safe to eat raw.
The Forbidden Forest name is pretty clever.
Yeah. I would do the frogs, though, because I like the chocolate frogs. And they are out right now. So if you happen to be in the area of a Walmart, I believe it is Walmart and Kmart.
Kmart doesn't exist.
Or not Kmart.
Target.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And last but not least, even though you may hate Dunkin' Donuts, the least you could do is at least...
I don't hate Dunkin' Donuts.
You won't go...
I think their coffee is crap.
Well, I don't think you'd be getting one of these then. They now serve...
To be fair, I also don't like Krispy Kreme's coffee, so...
Yeah. They now serve 48-ounce buckets of their drinks.
I gotta say, I love the pettiness, because this is totally in reaction to the crazy, outlandish shit RFK Jr. said.
Yeah.
And you can buy a fucking holder for it so it can fit in your cup holder. That's hilarious.
Yep. And I think it also comes with a refill discount. So if you happen to enjoy their refreshers, you get a nice $1 off refresher bonus. But of course, you're still paying for a 48-ounce drink. So even though you're paying $1 less, you're probably still paying $8 to fill up that entire thing with their refresher stuff. I don't mind the refreshers, but like Quincy says, I
don't
find
think
better
I've had
elsewhere. I like their cherry hibiscus. Their cherry hibiscus was really good. They had a blueberry one for a time, but I missed out on it. I would have loved to have tried that one. They have a dragon fruit one now. I'm neutral to dragon fruit. They have to do it very specifically. But of course, coffee. You said you didn't like the coffee.
I need more shit made with passion fruit.
Mm.
I love me a passion fruit boba.
Passion fruit's fine. Dragon fruit's weird. That's what kind of my
fruit's fine. I find the fruit itself to be lacking in flavor, so whatever we're drinking and eating its passion fruit flavored is really artificial.
I concur. It has to pair with another good fruit. But that being said, if you enjoyed Dunkin', would you get a 40?
Oh yeah, I'm a degenerate and don't take care of myself the way I should half the time. Although I lost another pound this weekend.
Hey.
Yeah. So I would totally fucking buy one of these, sip on this all day, run out, and if I'm still working, go get a second one because I'm just that kind of a fucking sicko.
And you would drink it just before bed.
Oh, absolutely.
But well, my brain is mush, and I've been slurring all day, so I think that's about it. Is that all you got, Q?
That's all I got.
Clap hands together. Thank you guys for joining us. Remember to like and subscribe where you can. Remember to check the links down in the description for good old Humble Bundle. Help out charities while also getting some cool products. There's even a bundle in there for the heathens in the world. You know who you are. There is a really interesting deal on Zenny. Purchase 2 glasses, get yourself a third for half off. It's good if you're doing a whole bunch of the designer glasses. They even have a couple new collaborations in there. Ray-Ban is even a part of the new Zenny line, so go and check it out if you happen to want some really nice frames now. Hero Forge doesn't have any new things, but you could still get some of the STL files in case you have access to a 3D printer, or if you want to purchase one of the new metal ones, metal figurines.
And check out your local library. Some of them have 3D printers you can use.
Yeah. Do you still need to buy like the filament from them, or?
I'm assuming it's probably like using the printer there. There's probably a fee you pay or something.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. I mean,
And I would
filament's
assume
not
you
expensive.
probably also, I'm assuming you probably also have to take a class before they let you use it.
Oh.
Which
Yeah.
the libraries tend to have free classes for stuff like that. Like ours has like an entire photography class, and they have like cameras you can use for it, or you can bring your own. They've got classes for like different tech things, and so I'm sure that there's probably, because I know that one of our libraries does do the 3D printing thing, so I'm sure they probably walk you through the process to make sure you know what you're doing, so that you don't break the machines.
Fair. Check out the link down in our little descriptor for Amazon. I tied ourselves to an Amazon affiliate. If you happen to be purchasing anything through Amazon, go ahead and click that link down there and purchase what you're going to purchase. We get a small kickback from time to time on certain objects, most objects, I should say. So if you happen to be purchasing through Amazon, and if ever there's a product we're going to be talking about that is through Amazon, I can post that link down in the description as well. Check out our throne if in case you want to purchase us some nice goods, or Quincy a really nice Lego Back to the Future set.
Oh crap! I got Pokemon cards in my car.
I'll finish up the episode. You go ahead.
No, I just realized they've been in there all weekend.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Let's hope there isn't any big hits in there.
Fucking now, yeah.
Check out Quincy on his threads. Check me out on my Twitter and my Instagram. That is very unhinged. I like how unhinged Instagram can be, but man, are they uncensored. They are very uncensored.
I straight up saw a titty the other day.
Yeah. That's about it. I hope to be in a better mindset in the near future so I can do some streaming, but I'm not gonna go, placing my hands on my hips and being like, yeah, I'm gonna stream this weekend. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna solidify nothing. I'm still a little unwell.
Stop drinking pool water.
Yeah, before a cast, I went swimming, and yeah, pool water does not exactly a drink make. At the end of days, at the end of weeks, at the end of months, at the end of years, please love one another. It is certainly free to do. Good night, everybody.
Everyone.
Pool water tastes yucky.